Chaz Lanier. He did not have a great game. Didn't have a great game on Tuesday. Nobody did on Tuesday. But other players stepped up when Chaz was not producing a ton of offense. And, Joel, if we can hear what Rick Barnes had to say, he said this about other players stepping up and Tennessee showing again that it could win, as it did at Illinois, without a big game from Chaz Lanier.
Well, again, I've told Chaz all along, he doesn't have to score the ball for us to win, but he's going to have to help those guys by learning how to screen, going to have to learn to cut harder, going to have to learn to do his work early coming off screens, because he kind of gallops a little bit. He's going to have to keep his feet closer to the ground, so when he comes off, because, again, Texas did a great job guarding him, and I thought his teammates did enough to get him enough separation. He could have been effective, but he still has got to learn to get his hips twisted quicker so he can get downhill quicker. Like, I took him out first play of the second half because he didn't shoot the ball. I mean, that play was designed for that shot. And I told him, I said, if you're not going to do what you're getting paid to do, you can sit over here, because he is getting paid to do that.
Rick Barnes. And he laughed at the end when he said it. That audio, thanks to Rocky Top Insider posting the press conference after the game. He laughed when he said it, but the quote got a ton of attention. A lot of attention nationally. That's what he's paid to do.
Yeah, I'm glad that Rick said that, because we need to start, normalizing what's happening. Like, for so long, we were so afraid to talk about guys getting paid. We're so afraid to call it anything else besides pay for play. We keep calling it NIL. It ain't NIL anymore. It's pay for play, which is why I was on, my stance at the end of last week about what happened in Miami. Like, let's just start normalizing tampering. Let's start normalizing pay for play. It's what it is. It's what's going on. Let's not shy away from the hard, cold facts.
Right, that's just what it is.
It's what it is. Yep, that's what it is. So that's what you're getting paid to do. Everybody on this team who's getting paid, you're getting paid to play a role on the team. And Rick Barnes has that role carved out for you based on the scouting report, based on the game plan. And if you are not following that game plan, then you don't play.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think Tennessee's players have an issue with what Rick Barnes said.
I don't know if Chaz does or not. Chaz is new.
Right.
This is Chaz's first time experiencing Rick Barnes. But, guys like Gainey and Meshay and Zakai and guys that have played Rick Barnes, that Rick Barnes will say in the media what he says to you in your face. Like, it's one Rick Barnes. He's not one of those coaches that play games where he says one thing to your face but says another thing to the media. No, Rick says it both. So Chaz seems to be a player that loves being coached hard. I think he knew that coming in. I don't think he should have a problem with it at all.
So how Chaz responds, not from the comment necessarily, but from how this past week went on Wednesday, that'll be something everybody's watching against Georgia.
You know how good of a shooter you have to be to your coach drawing up plays for you to shoot the ball, and if you don't shoot it, they take you out of the game?
That's probably not a long list of players.
He's such a great shooter. Mm-hmm. So I think it's pretty cool that Chaz has put himself in a position where his coach has the utmost confidence in him shooting the basketball. He just needs to take the coaching, which is why he is here. He wants to get better. He wants to improve. Takes the coaching, take a step forward.
What should we take from this past week for Tennessee? A loss at Florida, a win at Texas. Grant Ramey of VolQuest will join us next. We'll talk more football this afternoon. Again, news of the hour. The NFL Network and ESPN both reporting that Mike McCarthy is not expected to return as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys next season. We'll come back to Tennessee right here on Josh and Swain.
Hey, Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL's wild card round yesterday, the Bills defeated the Broncos 31-7 in the final AFC game of the wild card playoffs, meaning the Bills will host the Ravens in next week's divisional round, while the Chiefs will host the Houston Texans. In the NFC, the Eagles defeated the Packers 22-10. The Commanders notched a game-winning field goal to beat the Bucs 23-20. The Commanders travel to Detroit on Saturday. The Eagles will host the winner of tonight's final wildcard game between the Vikings and the Rams. Kickoff is set for 8 o'clock. The Patriots have hired former New England linebacker and former Titans head coach Mike Vrabel to replace Gerard Mayo as the 16th head coach in Patriots franchise history. Vrabel played linebacker for New England from 2001 to 2008 and won 3 Super Bowls with the team. He was the Titans head coach from 2018 to 2023, going 54-45 and appearing in the AFC Championship game in 2019. He was the AP Coach of the Year in 2021. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Covenant Health Fitness Center. Covenant Health Fitness Center is the new name from Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center, and they have the same great options for you to hit whatever fitness goals you might have. We took the kids swimming yesterday at Covenant Health Fitness Center. They love the indoor pool, which we have access to 12 months out of the year, an indoor heated pool. Our kids are young. They continue to develop their swim skills thanks to the pool that's available. You need an activity during the winter months. It's there for you. We also have access to complimentary child care, which really comes in handy. Right now, with Covenant Health Fitness Center, you know your kids are in good hands as you get a workout in. You can jump into more than 85 energizing group fitness classes that take place every single week at Covenant Health Fitness Center. They have all the strength equipment you need, cardio equipment, an indoor track, indoor and outdoor tennis, racquetball courts inside, pickleball, indoor basketball court, and so much more. Plus, no long-term contracts, month-to-month flexibility when you sign up. Kingston Pike, right off Pellissippi Parkway. Stop by, check it out for yourself. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Covenant Health Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well-tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953. And the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
I like your style.
Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy my tenant will pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that's in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying those houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast, call me, 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. Source Home Buyers.
This report is sponsored by Tennessee Oncology. Cutting-edge cancer care is coming to Morristown, Tennessee. Tennessee Oncology will open its new clinic location in Morristown in March 2025. For more information, call 888-317-3240. That's 888-317-3240.
Clouds will continue to stick around as we head throughout our Monday afternoon, allowing a few breaks with a little bit of sunshine from time to time. High temperatures a touch warmer at 40 degrees, so that'll continue to help melt the snow and ice. Winds will be light and variable out of the southwest around 5 to 10 before a frigid night settles in. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media. You can't hide talent. You can only hope to contain it.
Welcome back in to Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us as we continue on this Monday afternoon. Alongside VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward, and we continue the Tennessee basketball conversation, Tennessee sports conversation. Welcoming to the show, Grant Ramey. He covers Tennessee hoops, has for quite a while now, thanks to VolQuest.com. Grant, thanks to see you as always. It was great to see you as always. Thanks for joining us. It was quite a week. Florida couldn't have gone much worse for Tennessee, but they had to turn right around and go on the road to Texas and get a win, and they had to rally to do so. Do you have a biggest takeaway in seeing Tennessee play the way it did in the second half to get that win in Austin?
Well, toughness, that was probably the big thing. Winning time, those last 6-8 minutes when you had to do something. It just felt like they weren't going to get over the hump. I really didn't think they were going to win that basketball game as that second half was kind of playing out and progressing about midway through the second half. And then, Darlin Stone-Dubar comes off the bench, and he hits some big shots for him. He's got that big follow dunk that kind of changes the game a little bit, gives some, flips it a little bit, gives some energy to Tennessee. And Zakai Ziegler, I think he had 13 and 5 in the second half. I think, Jordan Gainey hit some big shots there late. So just the way they were able to flip it, because it had been a really, really tough week. The first half was a slog. The Florida game was a disaster. Then their trip to Austin's kind of different because they had to leave Thursday night to get ahead of the weather. So they're practicing in Austin on Friday, so it's a little bit of a different kind of rhythm thing. Rick Barnes is all about rhythm this time of year and staying in it, and they had to kind of get out of it. But, they answered the bell when they had to answer the bell, and they got a really, really tough road win against a Texas team that when they make shots like they made Saturday night, they're pretty tough. I mean, the SEC is tough top to bottom, but when Trey Johnson's doing what he did in the second half, or the first half and first part of the second half, I guess, in that game Saturday night, just the way they responded was a pretty big answer for me.
Another thing that stood out to me, Grant, was how Zakai Ziegler bounced back after getting hit in the stomach. He goes to the bench. He doesn't even look himself. Looks like he's about to throw up. Gets the breath knocked out of him. Usually you have players that just are not able to get back to that same level or exceed the level they were at before the injury or getting hurt. Well, we saw that with Zakai Ziegler. It kind of reminded me of Nico in the Alabama game this past year, where he goes out, he comes back in, plays better. How do you think Zakai was able to do that, and how important you thought that was in that basketball game? Excuse me.
One of my favorite Rick quotes after the game was he said, "At one point we just decided to space the floor and let the little guy go," and he did it. And he's talking about obviously Zakai. There was one possession where I don't know what he was looking for, but he basically came off a screen. He just split two defenders and went to the rim and finished at the rim. I think it might have been a 3-point play that might have tied the game or something like that. I can't remember the exact circumstance, but not only did he come back in the game, he put Tennessee kind of on his back in the second half. Like they were asking him to kind of do everything to get everybody else going, and he was able to do. I think he was on the post-game ESPN or ESPN2, whichever channel it was on Saturday night, and they said, what percentage chance were you not going to come back in that game? And he said 0% chance he was going to come back in that game. He wouldn't have left the floor if he didn't feel like he was going to puke in that moment. I mean, that's who Zakai is. He didn't want to come out against Florida Tuesday night when they're down 30 in the final couple minutes, and they're trying to rest him as much as they can because they're pretty thin, top to bottom, this basketball team. And that's just who Zakai is. He doesn't want to leave the floor. It doesn't matter what the circumstance is, down 30, or coming back and winning like they did in the second half at Texas. He's that kind of competitor. He's that kind of toughness. There's reasons that Rick Barnes loved him. Those are the top reasons for sure.
Grant Ramey is with us, VolQuest.com. We were talking last week on the show about Zakai Ziegler. We think this is it. Who knows? Maybe there's something that happens to get him an extra year of eligibility. We think this is it. Don't take Zakai Ziegler for granted because you only have him for a few more months.
For sure. I mean, and it's been like that really since I think they played North Carolina in November of his freshman year in that tournament in Connecticut. And I think they got whipped pretty bad against Villanova the next day. And they played North Carolina like 24 hours later, and Zakai, we really didn't know what to expect of Zakai. We knew he had impressed in his freshman preseason, and they weren't going to redshirt him like they had planned on redshirting him. But he scored like 17 or 18 against North Carolina, and Tennessee won that game, and it was a pretty huge response. And a lot of it was because of what Zakai did off the bench. And it feels like ever since that day, he's just been, he's a 3-star no-name guy that they got in August before his freshman year, come out of nowhere. And he's just kind of been that toughness that Rick Barnes talks about his DNA nonstop. If you ask him about Zakai Ziegler, he's going to talk about his DNA and how he wishes he could bottle it up. I mean, he's been the face of the program for a long time now, and he's living up to it this year. I mean, he's not even shooting that well this season, and he's still putting up really, really impressive numbers and leading this team. And that's just who Zakai's been really since the day he got here.
Another story for this basketball team is how Rick Barnes has been able to win this year with every transfer that has come in from the portal. You look at the last 2 wins where Igor Milicic, he dominates the glass versus Arkansas, 18 rebounds, and then the win versus Texas, you have D-Stone go out there, hit a couple threes, have the big put-back dunk. I mean, I haven't seen Rick Barnes win this much in the portal. It didn't always start off that way with transfers, but this year seems like he's nailed every one of them.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle there for a while, basically until Dalton Connect. And not only did he hit Dalton Connect, but, I mean, that was solid gold, kind of once-in-a-lifetime kind of generational talent that you found out of Northern Colorado. And it feels like they just – with Chaz Lanier, he felt like the perfect piece of the puzzle. Like, they had to go out and get him, and they had to survive Kentucky, and they had to survive BYU and all the NIL money and stuff that they were getting thrown at Chaz. And they won that one. He's lived up to the hype, and he's the reason – you can see why he was one of the biggest names in the portal with the way he shoots it. Igor, they felt like Igor was an underrated rebounder at Charlotte because he averaged 8.5 a game, and they played in one of the slowest tempos in college basketball. So if he comes here, they play a little bit faster. He's going to have more opportunities for more rebounds. So that was a big deal, and he's kind of lived up to that. I think he can be better offensively than he's been the last week. I think he needs to shoot it a little bit more. It seems like he's shying away from that. And then D-Stone is a little bit of a X factor kind of coming off the bench because you didn't know what you're going to get from him the first month and a half of the season, and he's been kind of stacking days a little bit and getting better and doing a little bit more, and then he comes in the second half, and I'll tell you what, he's fearless. He's not afraid to take that shot. He said he knew he was going to take that shot before the guy even passed it, the 3 in the corner to take the lead, and he's that guy that's going to turn around and talk to the crowd like he did at Texas. I mean, he went to Duke in December of his last year at Hofstra. I guess this was December 2023, and he scored 24 points and he hit 7 threes. At Cameron Indoor, a tough place to play. So, I mean, that tells you what level he can play at, and it feels like he can help change this basketball team if he kind of keeps coming on and keeps progressing, keeps doing a little bit more.
So with that in mind, Grant Ramey of VolQuest.com, seeing what D-Stone did on Saturday, looking ahead through all of what's coming in SEC play plus the postseason, what do you think about where Tennessee's depth, the rotation is right now and projecting forward?
I mean, it's still not great, but the thing is, Rick has traditionally played, between 7 and 9 guys, 9 at most, 7 at least. If you go back to that 18-19 team, it felt like they had a really strong 6-man rotation, then there's a 7th man, and then there's really nothing after that. The only difference this year is they don't really have those bodies at the end of the bench if these injuries keep happening. Like if Cade Phillips can't shake this shoulder issue and can't get fully healthy, that's going to hurt them a ton because they need him because they're just so thin behind him because of J.P. Estrella's foot issue and him being out for the year because Cam Carr left in December. Because all these other, I mean, they entered the season with 2 less scholarship players, or 2 scholarship spots open, I should say. So they don't really play that many players traditionally under Rick. Now they just can't afford the margin for error, the margin for injury is razor thin because they don't have those guys at the end of the bench in case of emergency. You just don't want those emergencies to happen. So it's not great, but they've made it work so far, and you would assume if they can stay relatively healthy, they'll continue to make it work.
Over the summer, Jamal Meshack made more threes than anybody. Why do you think we don't see the confidence shooting the basketball or some of the results that we heard about during the summer?
I don't know. I think he needs to see one go in. I think he was shooting it better earlier in the year. He injured that hand, the pinky on his left hand, which obviously it's not a shooting hand, but it's I guess it's affected him. I don't know if it's in his head a little bit. I think he made some progress at Texas scoring around the rim and knowing what to do with the basketball. When he got it, shot clock was running out on that one possession, and the ball was in his hands, and he just turned and scored it. They need him to be able to do that. They're going to have him make some shots. I mean, there's opposing coaches. I remember Brad Underwood said they were going to let Jemai take 26 shots if he wanted to take 26 shots because they knew that he was a guy that had never taken more than 6, 7, 8 shots in a game, so they weren't going to guard him that closely. And Rick has talked about this past week about other teams kind of backing off of Jemai and kind of turning it into a little bit of a one-man zone there. So he's going to have to make a shot at some point to make somebody respect him and to change the way defenses play Tennessee. Maybe it is one of those things where he just needs to get some confidence back and see one go in, and maybe that can help him out there. But it's something that's worth watching, and it's going to have to change for sure.
Hey, Grant, out the door, we do this sometimes with your colleague Austin Price. We'll put him on the spot, give him an over-under for commitments in a month. Should we give Grant an over-under on Chaz Lanier threes on Wednesday against Georgia? He's back home, be more comfortable there.
Yeah, we do about 10.
10-3, so nine and a half.
We're due 10.
He's a little behind schedule, right?
Yeah, I mean, after the last 2 performances, I'm saying we are due.
He's going after Lofton's record, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're due a ton.
Yeah, so do you want to give us a number? What's the number going to be? If I said it, the over-under 3.5, would you go over on Chaz threes on Wednesday? Is that too low of a number?
I would go over. I think it was the Arkansas game. I can't remember. Maybe it was a different game. But somebody asked me the night before, how many threes is Chaz going to make the next day? And I said 4, and that was the game where he made 4 threes in the first 8 minutes of the basketball game. So I think I'll go over because I almost got burned. Well, I did get burned about as quickly as you could get burned last time I tried to predict that.
Yeah, Chaz back at home, take the over. I would do that as well. Grant Ramey, VolQuest.com. You can read his work. Rob Lewis, what's going on with Tennessee basketball and the whole team with Tennessee football, basketball, baseball updates now as we're getting closer to the season there. Grant, thanks for the time as always. Great to see you, great to talk to you, and hope to do so again soon.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.
Bear down, Grant.
Grant. Couple of Chicago Bears fans here.
With pride.
Now you're lying to the audience. Now you're lying,
yeah,
Grant.
That's for sure.
Thank you, Grant. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Grant Ramey joining us here on Josh and Swain.
Please don't hire Mike McCarthy. Please. Leave Marcus Freeman alone. Please. The Bears must be Ohio State fans trying to distract the Irish.
About Ryan Day.
I'm ready for this Ryan Day Lou Holtz battle.
They haven't spoken since what happened. Was it last year?
Yep.
The last season? Yeah. Ryan Day was asked if they've patched things up, spoken about it, and he just said no.
A part of me is like, Ryan Day, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for messing with, Lou Holtz because he's old. The other side of me is like, hey, old enough to talk trash, old enough to get it back. Equal rights.
Yeah. In the world of college football, I don't know that there's ever too old. You step in.
Yeah. Hey, you should have kept your mouth closed.
Put your hands up.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
In the text box, over 6 for Chaz Lanier. We're going for 7 plus.
We're due 6, okay? Chaz owes us 6. He owes us 6 threes.
Tennessee versus Georgia on Wednesday. We'll cover a lot. Tennessee basketball with the win at Texas. Tennessee basketball, SEC basketball moving forward. Hate to see the injury for Janai Broome, but it affects what's going to happen in the race in conference play. We'll talk about that. Everything going on in the NFL. You can join us. Call or text at 865-656-9900 here on Josh and Swain.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk. Your odds to win 99.1 These Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for the Jungle Email Club.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
'Tis the season to do some entertaining. Hey, it's Heather Harrington. Now, if the thought of entertaining in your old outdated kitchen sounds more like a chore than a good time, maybe it's time to ask Santa for an update. Let the little elves at Kitchen Sales come up with your dream kitchen on a real budget. They can do it. Kitchen Sales can beat the salvage stores, or they can give you the high-end kitchen of your dreams with a fully custom line of cabinetry. That's the versatility you get when you go to Kitchen Sales. Plus, you don't have to waste time running all over town finding everything for that perfect new kitchen because they're one-stop shopping. You can pick your cabinets, countertops, appliances, hardware, and financing all in-house. And with 2 locations on the opposite sides of town, you're sure to be close to at least one showroom. Hoyt Avenue in downtown just off Cherry Street, or out west near Best Buy in the Town and Country Circle. You can find them on social media or pull them up online at kitchensales.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Men's Pro Knoxville. We've totally rediscovered each other. Mark's swagger is back. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Men's Pro Knoxville brings you proven options for ED and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at men'sproKnoxville.com or dial 865-544-8220. That's men'sproKnoxville.com or dial 865-544-8220. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
I'm PJ Glasser, helping you beat the books with BetQL. The Rams and Vikings close out Wild Card Weekend in the NFL, and so far, 4 of the 5 games have gone under the total. The regular season meeting between these teams was a 30-20 Rams win that saw the total go over 47. For the playoff matchup, the line is at a total of 48. The BetQL model likes the trend of lower-scoring playoff games. Their 5-star bet is taking the under between LA and Minnesota on Monday night. I'm PJ Glasser. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place. For changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Budweiser Studios of The Sports Animal,
We are 99.1, the sports animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Next to VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward. You can watch with us on the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube channel. Stop by, like, subscribe. We're live there. You can watch as well as listen on the Sports Animal on AM 640, the Sports Monster, or anywhere you listen to podcasts on demand. Here in the final segment of hour number 1, right now we hit today's face-off.
You want some? Come get some. Head-to-head, toe-to-toe. Let's go one-on-one with today's face-off.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Are you ready?
Let's get this mother crock.
Alrighty, Joel Silverberg, what do you have for us today?
Question from the Athletics' Diana Rossini. Which NFL team no longer in the playoffs should feel the best about its future?
No longer in the playoffs.
So the Raiders are eligible here. They didn't make the playoffs, but they're not in there.
Okay.
Or you could just go with an eliminated team like the Bucs last night or the Chargers.
Okay, that's I'm going with the Bengals. I mean, you look at Joe Burrow and how he played this season. Now, he may be without T. Higgins next season, but he had an MVP caliber type of season this year. They need to shore up their defense. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the focus this offseason, but for me, it's the Cincinnati Bengals.
So I was going to take one of two teams. The Bengals or another team that I could choose. I'll take the Broncos because Bo Nix still has to improve, but I expect that he'll do that coming off a rookie season where he went to the postseason. But I like that I can feel good about the quarterback and the head coach. I don't know what to think about Zach Taylor still as the Bengals. To get to the top, I don't know that he's the guy. Burrow is the kind of quarterback. So give me the Broncos, Joel.
Which number 1 seed is in the most trouble in the NFL playoffs this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Chiefs and you look at the Lions. Both teams have had rest. That's good. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I mean, I think when you look at them offensively, they've had some issues. I think the AFC this year is more prepared to knock off the Chiefs than the last couple of years. You look at the Bills, you look at the Ravens. I think they are in position. Either one of those teams could beat the Chiefs. The Lions, I think the injuries on that defense with the rest is going to help them a ton. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
For this week, I might go the Lions just because what if they get into a shootout? That defense has been vulnerable, close strong in the regular season. But if you project over the next couple of weeks the depth of the AFC, I'm with you. We'll choose the same side. I would go with the Bills as well.
With Johnny Broom's injury at Auburn, which team do you consider the favorite to win the SEC?
I mean, it has to be Florida right now. When you look at how they have the advantage over Tennessee by 1 game now. Tennessee has already circled that game at home versus Florida here soon, but I think Florida seems to benefit the most. Florida, Alabama, or Tennessee, but I'm going to go with Florida just because they had the dominating win versus the number 1 team in the league or in the country.
Are we too quick to dismiss Auburn without Broom?
No. I mean,
he's such a good
candidate
player.
for Player of the Year. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, more than likely.
So I thought Alabama, but that end of the regular season at Tennessee, home for Florida, which could be a big deal in this conversation, and then at Auburn by March 8th, we'll see. That's going to be a really tough game. I lean Florida ahead of Tennessee. I'd need more information on Broom coming back and feeling good about that. With him, I'd say them easily, but I would say Florida just ahead of Tennessee, which makes February 1st when Tennessee hosts the Gators huge.
Mike McCarthy will reportedly not return to the Cowboys next season. Which NFL team has the best current coaching vacancy?
I'll give you your candidates here. The Bears, the Raiders, the Jaguars, the Cowboys with McCarthy leaving, the Jets and the Saints.
I mean, the ability to win now, I think, is with the Jaguars because you look at that division And, Texans, they're the only team I have to worry about. The Titans are not that good. And then they have a quarterback that's pretty good, still trying to figure out how good Trevor Lawrence is. He's been a little inconsistent, turnover prone, but it's easier to win in that division. But you got a franchise quarterback right there in Chicago, and Brian Poles has done a pretty good job putting the roster together. They just need a head coach, man, just to spark Caleb Williams. So I'm gonna go with my Bears. Let's go.
It's not the Saints. It's not the Jets. It's not the Raiders. I think it's the Bears. The Bears just ahead of the Cowboys. I would go that way. The Bears just ahead of the Cowboys. I'd be too concerned about everything that surrounds the Jaguars.
All right, Josh gets the win.
All right. Back to the face-off, back to winning ways. Oh, I appreciate it.
You should feel dirty that you picked my team to help you win the face-off.
Yeah, that's the thing. Josh wins the face-off, but I feel like Swain kind of won more in the long run.
You should feel dirty, Josh.
Consolation prize is a face-off win while Swain pulls for the better NFL situation. We have 2 hours to go. 865-656-9900 for you to join us here on Josh and Swain.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen here. Join me and my compadre, Chris Brockman, every Monday on the Overreaction Monday podcast as we dive into the latest headlines across the NFL playoffs.
Well, Rich, okay, you were late to this party.
Obviously, it would be surprising, but not shocking. And that's the thing I loved about watching a lot of these games, man. Come react or overreact with us leading up to the big game.
Overreaction Monday. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
It's game over, man.
Have you ever been stoned? I'm not talking about that freshman year of college at the frat house, laying on the floor, feeling out of your mind stone. I'm talking about kidney stone, when you're an adult and you're hunkered over the toilet with electrifying pain pulsating through your body because a kidney stone is sliding through your urinary tract like a 20-pound petrified porcupine, moving at the speed of a sloth. I'm David Brewster from Aqua Clear Water Systems, and I may not be a medically certified stone stopper, but I have been helping clients for 25 years who have had kidney stones by getting them super pure drinking water by removing the hardness impurities that fertilize and feed kidney stones. I'm not making health claims, but I have seen it help clients, and maybe it can help you. So before you get stoned and start to cry, why don't you give us a good, tasty try?
Do you have bricks cracking, windows sticking, or water in your crawl space? United Structural Systems is your #1 problem solver in foundation repair and waterproofing. Celebrating 30 years and 29,000 satisfied customers, USS now serves the greater Knoxville area. Call USS for a free inspection and lasting solution with a lifetime warranty for your home. We guarantee our best. 865-800-3511 or USSTN.com/Knoxville.
This new year, let Lehman Jewelers help you sparkle with a fresh new design from Simon G. Hi, I'm Andy Lehman. We have fallen in love with our newest designer, Simon G, and we know that you will too. From their uniquely designed engagement rings to their wildly popular Inspired by Nature fashion collection, Simon G has styles made to impress. Using only the highest quality metals, diamonds, and gemstones, Simon G has made a name for themselves since 1981. Whether you've been searching for your next favorite accessory, a gift for someone special, or you're ready to upgrade your wedding set for an anniversary, Simon G Designs has something just for you. Start browsing our curated collection today at LehmanJewelers.com or stop by one of our 2 convenient locations in Turkey Creek and Maryville. And one of our 5-star team members will let you try them on today. Lehman Jewelers and Simon G, the perfect match for all of your jewelry needs.
Lehman Jewelers, proud supporter of the Lady Vols.
What's in a name? With Sweet Deals, everything you want at savings you never dreamt possible. No membership fees, no wait. And with the new Sweet Deals Premium tab, everyday deals on brands you know, names you want, savings you need. Sweet Deals Premium. Designer handbags, luxury cruises, accommodations, golf clubs, gift cards, autographed sports memorabilia. Find it all and save big at sweetdeals.com. Click the Premium tab. Shop, buy, save. Up to 70% off. Sweetdeals.com. Premium.
Warm weather's here, and it's time to get outside and enjoy the privacy and the comforts of your own backyard, but you don't have a privacy fence. Or perhaps you need to upgrade your fence, as I just recently did with Tennessee Home. When contacting Tennessee Home, you're looking for somebody who is a licensed contractor who has one of the most experienced teams that East Tennessee has to offer. Over 100 yards for me and the new pup, Howie, and I've been satisfied since the final post went in the ground. 865-304-0955. That's 865-304-0955. We're online at TennesseeHome.us.
This is WNML-FM Friendsville, WNML-AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Maggie Gray with a Sports Minute. NFL Network is reporting that the Chicago Bears are interested in interviewing Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman to fill their opening. And if I'm Freeman, that's an easy pass. With the 12-team college football playoff, Notre Dame is set up to be a perennial contender. And at age 39, I doubt that Freeman's already burned out on the relentless college football recruiting calendar. I'm Maggie Gray.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance, 687-8200.
Hour number 2 of Josh and Swain begins. Thank you for being with us. We have 2 hours to go on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. NFL teams not in the playoffs with the best future. We got a Chargers vote.
That's a good one.
In the YouTube chat.
That's a good one. I mean, what's the likelihood of Justin Herbert throwing 4 picks in a playoff game again?
Yeah, ugly showing there, but I would still agree the Chargers are a team to feel good about with, again, quarterback with a ton of talent and a better future ahead and a coach.
Yeah, how about taking that defense and flipping it, and you're number one, they're only going to be better.
And then head coaching vacancies. Cowboys fans are out there, several saying, no, it's the Dallas Cowboys, which it may be.
You're delusional. Cowboy fans are delusional.
Also a text saying that Deion's going to come in there, get the head coaching position, then trade all their draft capital to make sure he can get Shador and Travis Hunter.
Delusional, see? Why would a coach want to go to a place where that roster is not good? It's not a good roster.
It's flawed for sure.
Okay,
you have a big player here, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons.
Like, this is the same organization that said no thank you to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry lives in Dallas, trains in Dallas, publicly stated he wanted to play for Dallas. And you know what the Cowboys said? No thank you. We're going to sign Ezekiel Elliott. The same guy that wasn't good enough when they didn't re-sign him and let him go to the Patriots.
Right. So they brought him back worse.
What is the thinking? How does that make sense to me, Josh?
Yeah, it doesn't.
It makes zero sense to me. The roster is just not good. The running back situation is not good. Dak Prescott gets criticized, but he doesn't have the same weapons. He got CeeDee Lamb, but think about the moves that the Cowboys failed to make, and they could have saved themselves a lot of money by signing CD Lamb earlier, signing Dak Prescott earlier. That's money they could have used to bring in other players. They didn't do that. So it's not an organization that has a lot of talent that's ready to win now. And if you're the head coach, Jerry Jones is talking to the media after every game, has his radio show every week. Who wants to deal with that?
Did you watch it? It was trending on social media. Was it last week or the week before? His 2-minute speech on the show Landman. I don't watch the show, but he gave this heartfelt speech to John Hamm, who's in the hospital bed, and then Billy Bob Thornton. And he's himself in the show. He's talking about working with his family and everything that they've done business-wise in the Dallas Cowboys. It's so emotional. Like, it's Emmy-worthy, the speech. And then you're thinking, but he's making all these decisions that are tearing the Cowboys down from what they could be. The potential's obviously there.
He denied it all season long and then finally said, well, maybe it has something to do with the roster not being what it is. Like, you defended Mike McCartney when he was getting all the criticism because you knew he was in a bad spot, which is why I think Mike McCartney was like, nah, man, if I'm going to coach this roster, I need more money. And Jerry Jones was like, nah, we can't pay that much. And that's why they didn't come to an agreement, because you're going to put him in the crosshairs, have him take all the blame when he was set up to fail in the first place because you didn't do a good job of giving him talent. Cowboy fans, man, hey. Delusional. They're in a bad spot. They don't know it. Why would you go out and get Shedeur Sanders when you have Dak Prescott? Explain how that makes sense, Josh, please.
It doesn't.
Is
It
Shedeur
does not
supposed
make
to be
sense.
better than Dak Prescott?
I would not bet on that.
No. Dak Prescott is a really good quarterback. But needs more weapons.
Many of our viewers, listeners to the show who might be Cowboys fans are University of Tennessee fans. There's a lot of crossover there. Tennessee fans feeling pretty good right now. Things can always change. Tennessee fans 5 years ago didn't feel great about the overall state. It can change quickly. But Tennessee fans should feel good right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, better than Cowboys
Overall.
fans.
Better than Cowboys fans, yeah.
I mean, it's hard to flip a roster, though, in the NFL without giving up some assets.
Right.
So, I mean, in college, you can do it. You can go hit the portal and, flip a roster.
That's, in part, my best attempt at a segue into this question that came into the text box.
Mm-hmm.
It's from David, who's tuning in from Kingsland, Georgia. Appreciate you, David. Appreciate everybody listening wherever you might be right now. So I will preface this by saying I think part of the answer is still TBD. But his question is, did Josh Heupel give Nico the best chance to succeed with his roster moves?
Ain't time for a break. Yeah. Ain't time for another break.
Do you want me to read the question again to awkwardly buy time to answer?
No, I heard the question. Ain't the show almost over? No, it just started, huh?
Well, we're close to break time.
See, what had happened was...
But part of the reason I said that it's to be determined, one, because they actually have to play games to answer, but the roster moves are not complete.
Listen, during the season, a lot of criticism was going towards Nico's way that I thought was unfair because I didn't think the pieces around Nico was good enough. At wide receiver, the offensive line's not as good as it needs to be. The running back depth is not where it needs to be, and the quarterback receiver talent and depth is not where it's supposed to be. And so, no, it could be better for Nico. It could be better.
At every position, probably, right?
It can always be better at every position.
Sure.
But to answer the question for Nico, it can be better. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think if you are Nico and you played in that Ohio State game and you saw Will Howard have all the tools at his disposal and you look around the country, you look at certain quarterbacks that you feel like you're better than, and you look at some of the tools that they have, you know, you can feel a certain type of way, and you want that for yourself. And so if I'm Nico, I would feel that way. And to answer the question truthfully and honestly, like, no, the weapons need to be better around him.
Can they add another wide receiver? Can they land Emmanuel Pregnon, which would be good? He was second-team All-Big Ten at USC. Texas is up next right on the visit schedule. Texas' season just finished.
He going to Texas for a visit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess went this past weekend.
Well, they just,
but next, after he visited at the end of last week with Tennessee.
Well, they just lost that tackle to the NFL, so.
He's an important player to land.
Very important. I mean, whoever gets him.
He has all-conference potential.
No, for sure. I mean, whoever
Talking
gets him
about Emmanuel Pregnon
will be very, very, very happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if Austin Price last week mentioned there could be another visitor after Texas. I don't think Pregnon wanted to name another team yet, so there's maybe another team. But if you're on a list of Oregon and Texas and you're the third team, then you are battling playoff teams for a guy that is an all-conference player in the Big Ten. You want that guy. He's a priority.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat a team like Texas telling a player in the portal, hey, man, you are the missing piece for us to get back to where we were the year before, which is the semifinals, the Final Four of college football. Hey, come on in, help us make another run, especially when you're at USC and there were so many expectations and you didn't win. He's at probably a stage of his career where he's going to get paid wherever he goes. He's going to go to the NFL. All right, what's the difference between my 3 or 4 or 5 choices? Well, probably the ability to win. I want to win in my last year or two. So that's what makes the Texas being in the picture scary.
Jeff asked in the text box, where can I find the list of people that we got on the football team from the portal? Jeff, follow up if you can, if you're listening. Are you talking about everybody that's on the roster now or just in this portal window? Because in this portal window, it's 2. Wendell Moy Jr. from Arizona, he's an offensive guard. And then wide receiver Amari Jefferson committed last week as a transfer from Alabama. So they've landed 2 so far in this portal window. They've, of course, added more than that in previous years. 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the show. We'll continue the conversation. You can call or text at that number right here on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
As a business owner, CEO, or facilities manager, the number one responsibility is the safety and security of your employees and clients. Solid Ground Security Solutions is a partner you can trust. Comprised of retired federal agents, Homeland Security officials, as well as state and local law enforcement officers, they provide security officer services designed specifically with you and your location in mind, providing you with customized security plans. Solid Ground Security Solutions, sgssprotection.com or 865-235-6001. Celebrate National Blood Donor Month and help save lives. Donors get a special edition long sleeve shirt, entry into daily $25 Food City gift card drawings, and a grand prize drawing for a $300 Food City gift card. This event is from January 13th through the 17th. Reserve your donation time by calling 865-524-3074 or visit medicblood.org. Medic is the primary blood supplier for 25 hospitals and regional air transport services across 23 East Tennessee and Southeast Kentucky counties.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, tennesseehome.us.
Welcome back in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. Hope you're having a great Monday afternoon. We're at Josh and Swain on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We'd love for you to follow us there. You can connect with us there. You can call or text at 865-656-9900 to be a part of today's show. The chat is live as well on YouTube, where you can watch along this afternoon. Right now we go to the phone line, say hello to Turkey Man. Good afternoon, Turkey Man. What's on your mind today?
Hey, guys. Hey, how you doing? Well, I was going to talk a little bit about the football playoff, the championship game coming up. But I had a question. I see all these players that's got 5 and 6 years in college that gets another year of play, and I was really shocked by Carson Beck going to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Situation that I see, Texas, with their quarterback, if he decides to stay, where will Arch go, or vice versa, and how long do they have after that last game to get in the portal, and how long do they have thereafter? Because I understand after you play in the game, that championship game, and the last game, then you have a certain time that you could make a decision one way or the other. Maybe you clarify that for me. And also, whom do you favor in the playoff between Ohio State and Notre Dame? And that'll be it today. And hope you guys have a good one. And I'll get on out of here.
Hey, thanks, Turkey Man.
Turkey Man, appreciate you. He was gobbling out the door there. So, number of items. With the transfer portal timing, it's supposed to be another 5-day window once the season ends. That's loose to keep up with, though, because we've seen players go into the portal beyond that window. There's also the time period where you request papers, and then there's the time for the school to get that taken care of and submitted. We went 6 days from the reported time Mike Matthews requested transfer portal papers to him deciding, never mind, don't put me in, I'm going to stay. For players that are graduates, they can go in any time, so they are not subject to a transfer portal time window. So I guess I would say, Turkey Man, don't spend too much time worrying about the time frame because it's continually moving when players could go in. With Quinn Ewers, I've not seen one person report or project that he will return to Austin. The only consideration I've seen is whether he will enter the NFL draft or go to another school. And I've not seen a definitive report on either option.
Yeah, NFL or another school for Quinn Ewers. So, I mean, Carson Beck looks like he's going to make more money going to Miami. Seems like in this last year, Quinn Ewers has that same opportunity, unless he wants to go to the league. The thing about those two quarterbacks is Carson Beck needs to go back to college because he's hurt. And he didn't have a great year at Georgia.
Yeah, Beck will not be able to go through the draft process fully healthy.
No,
because of his elbow surgery.
Carson Beck is kind of sidelined because of injury, whereas Quinn Ewers, he's healthy. So that's one more quarterback you don't have to go up against.
Right.
As well. So it may be more attractive for Quinn Ewers to leave knowing that Carson Beck is staying, because if you don't battle against him this year, you will next year.
The latest reporting that I've seen is leaning toward Quinn Ewers going to the NFL draft, but at one point that was the thought with Beck, and then he reversed course. So until we see something definitive, all options are on the table, and you can make money in both.
Texas
both
is ready to move on with Arch. So
yeah, Arch will be the starting quarterback for Texas next season. As to Turkey Man's question about the championship game, I lean without hesitation to Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, the moment Tennessee played Ohio State, lost, I've been on the same boat. Like, Ohio State, I felt like was the best team, was playing the best. Texas did a really good job of making Ohio State look like a normal team. Ohio State had a lot of turnovers and penalties and kind of beat themselves a lot in that football game and still was able to win by 2 scores. So if you're Notre Dame, that's what you have to try to force with Ohio State is mistakes and turnovers. If not, then they'll beat you the same way. But I got Ohio State winning because I think they're the better team.
I picked Ohio State at the beginning of the season to win a title, win the title.
You did.
If that plays out correctly, I get.
Get what?
What do I get?
An Attaboy. Did you make a wager?
Do I get an official Attaboy?
You get a pat on the back.
A native design. Supported?
No, that's reserved for real attaboys. You just get a good job.
Okay.
Get a pat in the back.
And a lot of people are going to say, way to go, Josh. You picked the team with all that NFL talent to win the title. But Notre Dame deserves a ton of credit for being in this position. If they pull it off, I think it's one of the all-time great runs that we will have seen. I mean, I guess that goes without saying. But I just think Ohio State, they have at least 2 or 3 plays a game where I wonder, why don't they beat everybody 100-0? They had the Travion Henderson catch and run at the end of the first half, and then Jack Sawyer's sack, fumble, return for a touchdown. You wonder how anybody plays with them.
I don't know what Travion Henderson was thinking when he slapped the old boy across the face right in front of the officials.
I don't know.
And you know he has his helmet on, right? So he's not going to feel that. Like, it's not going to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you slap somebody with a helmet on? That makes no sense to me.
No, the whole risk-reward thing, there was no reward coming in that situation.
And that's when all the junk started happening to Ohio State. That penalty was when – because Texas didn't stop Ohio State. Offensively, they were moving the football. They didn't have the big explosive plays like we saw to start the game versus Oregon and versus Tennessee, but they still moved the ball very, very well. That penalty from Travion Henderson is what kind of started a string of really bad penalties, and Ohio State just couldn't get out of their own way. But it started with Travion Henderson. And Judkins. Can somebody tell Judkins to put on some knee pads? Somebody find Judkins knee pads.
Hey, Tico texted in and said, first time I've been able to listen to you guys live in a while. Only question I have is which team is Terry rooting for? A little jealous of him. Buckeye Terry, formerly a fan of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Oh, he's win-win for Buckeye Terry. Irish Terry, Buckeye Terry, he's in paradise.
For those who missed it a few weeks ago, though, Buckeye Terry paid up on his stake bet with Jason Swain.
He did pay up.
You guys are all clear.
We all clear.
No more debt owed.
No more debt owed. No, sir. You know what wager I'm concerned about? Chris Doran and I's wager this year.
But are you guys running that back for 2025?
I don't think I want to.
You have to.
I know.
You have the winning edge. You can't.
Well, it's tied up.
You
now.
can't duck and dodge.
It's tied up
with the victory. Yeah, you've split the last 2 years. The bet having been.
I'm not gonna bring it up. I'll let him bring it
And
up.
by the way, the bet that he had to pay off was tougher than what yours was.
Why is it tougher?
Well, for you, what was it? 24 hours that you had to wear a Florida shirt as your avatar, and he had to do it for a week as the profile photo with the Tennessee orange. 7's greater than 1.
No, it was tougher for me.
Is that right?
He's a better sport than I am.
Okay.
That's why it was tougher for me.
Easier to pay off when you're better with sportsmanship? Okay.
Yeah. It was definitely tougher for me.
Okay. More difficult for Jason Swain. I should have been more specific.
Yeah, 100%.
how
I
that
mean,
was described.
he's used to losing bets. He has fun with it. I didn't have fun with it. I was.
And boy, did he have fun when he pulled that off against Peter Burns this year on the
They
SEC
have a good
Network.
time with it. It wasn't fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was impressed.
You should lay down the gauntlet this year. Call your friends at all the different schools. Tell Shockley you want some action with Georgia.
Hell no.
Call up your Alabama friends. Let them know you're coming to Tuscaloosa with a bet to win.
No, sir. I'll do it at home, though. Next year, I'll do it with my Bama friends.
And the Arkansas friends, Razorbacks will come to Knoxville.
I got a friend that's used to play at Arkansas, but no, thank you.
Reach out to McNabb. Tell him week 1, Syracuse and Atlanta.
I need some more portal moves before I start doing bets.
That's to be determined as well. 865-656-9900 if you'd like to be a part of the show. Appreciate the interaction so far. We are halfway home. We have 90 minutes to go. More on Tennessee, the SEC, the NFL, what's happening on the field, the offseason, which has already begun. We have a lot to cover, and again, we invite you to be a part of it. 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 These Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL's wild card round yesterday, the Bills defeated the Broncos 31-7 in the final AFC game of the wild card playoffs, meaning the Bills will host the Ravens in next week's divisional round, while the Chiefs will host the Houston Texans. In the NFC, the Eagles defeated the Packers 22-10. The Commanders notched a game-winning field goal to beat the Bucs 23-20. The Commanders travel to Detroit on Saturday. The Eagles will host the winner of tonight's final wild card game between the Vikings and the Rams. Kickoff is set for 8 o'clock. The Patriots have hired former New England linebacker and former Titans head coach Mike Vrabel to replace Gerard Mayo as the 16th head coach in Patriots franchise history. Vrabel played linebacker for New England from 2001 to 2008 and won 3 Super Bowls with the team. He was the Titans head coach from 2018 to 2023, going 54-45 and appearing in the AFC Championship game in 2019. He was the AP Coach of the Year in 2021. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. We have dealt with the snow and the ice the last few days and the winter temperatures, and we still have a couple of months to go here during the winter season. If you've run into an issue, if you did over the weekend, or you have something that comes up here in the next several weeks, get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing. As we're thawing out here, coming out of the weekend, it's a reminder that, hey, you might run into an issue. You can get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They can help with preventative maintenance. They can answer any questions for you. You can go to the website, wilsonbrothersplumbing.com, to find some help as well. If you need help with sealing your crawl space, if you need to make sure that you can maintain a consistent warm temperature inside your home, if you have any concerns about what could occur, get in touch with the team at Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They have helped me and my family. They've helped us at our home. Call Wilson Brothers at 865-415-1537 or visit the website, wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Change your life with Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness. Dr. Bragg is excited to introduce Invisared, an FDA-approved, non-surgical, non-invasive laser device clinically proven to reduce fat, diminish cellulite, and tighten skin. And here's the best part: no downtime. If you have a problem area that seems resistant to diet and exercise, or if you're nearing the end of your weight loss journey and struggling to lose those few extra pounds, Invisared is the answer, without any of the side effects of invasive procedures. Invisared treatments also boost collagen and elastin production, tightening your skin as you lose weight. Rediscover confidence at Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness. Call today, 865-444-2189, Google Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, or visit our website at braggweightlossandwellness.com to schedule your free consultation today. Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, where transformation meets innovation.
Upgrade your outdoor space with a beautiful new deck from Tennessee Deck and Fence. We're your local deck and fencing experts, offering top quality materials and expert craftsmanship. The best part? Our design consultations are free with no pressure. We'll work with you to create a deck that perfectly fits your style and budget. Don't miss out on the summer fun. Call Tennessee Deck and Fence today, 865-304-0955. Or you can visit them online, TennesseeDeckandFence.com, to schedule your free consultation. Tennessee Deck and Fence, building memories one deck at a time.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953, and the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
We'll continue to track a colder afternoon for you, but a little bit warmer in the same sense, as high temperatures are topping out around 40 degrees. That'll continue to help melt the snow and the ice. Light breeze out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour before a frigid night causes a little bit of a refreeze into Tuesday morning. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
At Ingalls, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingalls Table. It's all waiting for you at ingalls-markets.com. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Call or text 865-656-9900. Check out joshandswain.com. You can subscribe to the free newsletter. We put it out each Friday morning. It's free to subscribe at joshandswain.com. Free to call or text at 865-656-9900. Messaging rates, data, all that will apply. We look at the updated rankings. We knew Tennessee would slide. Swain, after last week, Tennessee falling at Florida by 30 points, winning on Saturday, though, at Texas. Part of the problem with the rankings from Tennessee's standpoint, everybody right behind Tennessee had a great week. So Auburn's the new number one team. They lost Broome to injury, though. He's going to be out for, it looks like, an extended period of time with his ankle injury. But for now, Auburn goes up to number one. Ohio State survived in overtime at Texas Tech. Watched a lot of that. That was a great performance to pull that game out by Iowa State. They're good. Cooper Flagg put up 42 points for Duke on Saturday. Duke is number 3. Alabama, with the win at Texas A&M, is number 4. Florida, you saw what they did this past week, beating Tennessee, and then Arkansas on Saturday up to number 5. So Tennessee falls to number 6 in the Associated Press poll. 5 of the top 8 teams in the AP poll are from the SEC, as Kentucky is ranked number 8. Texas A&M slides 1 spot to number 11. So the SEC has 5 of the top 8. 6 of the top 11 teams in the updated Associated Press poll. Again, the top 6, Auburn, Iowa State, Duke, Alabama, Florida, Tennessee.
It was a good run.
Yeah, 5 straight weeks as the number 1 ranked team.
Yeah, that was a good run. Now, of course, you want to be number 1 at the end of the season. You don't want to peak too early. You don't want to lose games, but come on, man. It was bound to happen at some point. You just don't want it to happen as bad as it did against Florida. But, hey, was it going to stay at number 1? And are you surprised Tennessee was able to hold on to that number 1 rank for 5 weeks, or did you expect it? How did you feel about that time, that length of time that Tennessee had the number 1 ranking?
Well, I thought if Tennessee were to go to Illinois and win, then it was going to be a long run, because I didn't see anybody after that in the non-conference that would realistically have a shot. And then it got to this past week where I thought it probably would end. I didn't think Tennessee was going to go 2-0 against Florida or Texas. So it went as long as I thought that it realistically would. 5 weeks is tough in college basketball. Illinois, by the way, that's a win that I still think is going to hold up really well. They lost at home to USC on Saturday.
That was a bad loss.
That's tough. But Illinois is good, so that's a reminder of just how difficult it is in the sport. So I think 5 straight weeks. Again, you don't want to lose by 30. Everybody recognizes that. We talked about that last week. It was a good run by Tennessee, and if they can stay healthy enough, they'll continue to be in the mix moving forward. I think Tennessee can go 2-0 this week, and somebody in front of them is going to lose here over the next 5 days.
I should have talked to D-Stone about that foul against Florida.
Yeah, I don't know that he really needed to redeem himself from that. It was what it was at that point. But the last thing we had seen from Darlington Dubar was a foul with 2 seconds to go to allow Florida to win by 30. So he turned around and put up his best performance by far as of all.
If Tennessee would have lost by 28 instead of like 30, we would still say 30. I don't think it really matters that much, because we all round up or round down anyways.
It's still, you just see the number, because ESPN on Saturday night, they ran the graphic of the worst losses as the number 1 team.
True. Yeah.
And there were 3 losses in the 30s. Tennessee was one of them. So that's no good. Auburn is the number 1 team. Here is their week. They will host Mississippi State tomorrow night. That's going to be tough.
Very tough.
With Broome going out, then you turn around and play a good Mississippi State team.
Because they're physical.
Yep. And then they'll play at Georgia on Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be tough. And then what about the next 2 after that one?
Well, after Georgia on Saturday, they get a full week to prepare for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah, we're going to take that number 1 ranking. That's what we're going to do.
Is that what's happening? Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
I did see Bruce Pearl after Tennessee got the win at Texas, and I think Fran Fraschilla tweeted out how big that is for Rick Barnes. He loved his time Texas meant a lot to him, but to go back there and win, obviously that's a big deal. And Bruce Pearl shared that on social media with high praise for Rick Barnes and what he's done in basketball and at Tennessee.
Don't get any ideas, Bruce, about beating your old school.
Well, he's going to want to beat Tennessee on Saturday, January 25th.
Well, I know he is.
Which he should.
He should want to. Yeah. That's going to be tough without Broom. But Auburn's loaded. That's going to put more responsibility on other guys. They got Cardwell, who's seasoned. He is physical as all get out. So he did a really good job in Broom's absence against South Carolina. So they'll lean more on him, and they'll lean on other guys to step up. And not one guy's going to take Broom's place, but you need a bigger contribution from several different guys.
Speaking of rankings updates, so Tennessee is number 6 in the updated AP men's basketball poll. The baseball team, the reigning national champion, is number 4 in the D1 baseball top 25 that was released earlier today.
And number 1 team is a team that we already beat. Well, last year we beat them for the title in Texas A&M. So a lot of talent coming back for A&M.
Yep.
And they
promoted from within when they had to replace Schlossnagle, the head coach who went to Texas.
Yep.
So the top 5 in baseball, Texas A&M is number 1, Virginia is number 2, LSU is ranked 3rd, Tennessee 4th, Arkansas 5th. 4 of the top 5 spots belong in the SEC. The question is not if the SEC is a football conference, is the SEC a baseball or basketball conference?
Well, it's been a baseball conference for years, even more so than football.
Mm-hmm. I say that jokingly. Of course, it's a football conference. That's what everybody cares about the most. That's where all the money is. But the strength in baseball is incredible. Basketball is in a tremendous spot right now. But, baseball, it's a matter of this team, then that team, then this team over here winning the national championship in the conference.
The interest says football conference, but the actual results says baseball conference. And the results so far this year, 2025, says basketball conference, then baseball, then football.
Let's see. In the D1 baseball ranking, the SEC has 4 of the top 5, 5 of the top 8, 6 of the top 10, and 9 of the top 25 teams in the country.
Yeah, that's it.
Really 9 of the top 19. In the top 19 teams, number 19 is Texas, as they're a part of the league now. 9 of the top 19 from the SEC in baseball.
When you have the best recruiter in all of college sports, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Where's my Flaming Warm Takes account?
You like that better than the old takes exposed of the cold takes?
Well, I mean,
I like the flaming takes.
Well, a couple of years ago, I said Tony Martello was the best recruiter in college athletics.
Oh, you want that?
And look what he has done since I've made that comment. Look at the facilities. Look at the wins. So now you're giving the best recruiter in college athletics a head start to recruit after a championship, and the facilities are going to be a whole lot better. You can't negative recruit him anymore. Oh, man, look at that rundown shack over there at Tennessee baseball. You don't want to play over there. You don't want to play over there. They don't even take baseball serious. Well, now we do. And we're winning. Recruit against Vitello now. Good luck.
Yeah, I thought I tweeted that out. I don't know. I'll see if I can find it. Get you some love. Need to get you some pub there.
I ain't going to turn down some love. Love is good.
Love the love.
Yeah, I love
Nathan asking, shouldn't the World Series champ be the number 1 ranked team to start the season?
I
understand his point. It's not the same team. It's a different team.
Yeah, it's a different team. Yeah. It's new seasons. It's a different team. Like Ohio State, are they going to be the number 1 team in the country after they win the championship? Or if Notre Dame wins, they're not going to be the number 1 team in the country coming back next year.
Probably not.
Probably. Josh, you and I know if Ohio State loses to Notre Dame will not be the preseason number 1 team in the country next year, this summer. No way. No way. Because they'll be a different team.
Yeah, that's why I try to say reigning champs, because the school, the team, whatever, they have the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Defending There was no defending. It's new team, new year.
New team.
Yep.
Team.
New competition.
Is Riley Leonard a senior?
Yeah, he's moving on.
So, but hey,
Notre Dame has been one of those schools talked about in the Quinn Ewers race there.
That's where I was going. That's a perfect fit for Quinn Ewers. Perfect. Or we can go back to Ohio State.
But, of course, neither anyone from Notre Dame or from any other school could actually have contact with Quinn until, I guess, starting when he enters his name in the portal.
No, they can start that conversation now. Tampering, it's okay.
That's against the rules, Swain.
There are no rules, Josh. They say there's rules, but the truth is there are no rules.
A more factual statement than when you called Tony Vitello the best recruiter in college sports. We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show right here on Josh and Swain.
Do you have a snake in your bed? I'm not talking about a reptile. I'm talking about your spouse's dry, scaly snake legs. You know the feeling when your spouse gets in the bed and their legs slither up against you. Ugh. It's like rubbing up against a dry, scaly snake. But you can't tell them they got snake legs. Hi, I'm David Brewster from Aqua Clear Water Systems, and telling your spouse they've got dry, scaly snake legs could get you snake bitten. Your spouse can't help it. East Tennessee has heavy chlorine, hard water, and when soap and hard water mix in the shower, it makes soap scum that packs their pores like drywall mud. But you can fix this by getting a Kinetico whole house water system, which transforms the water by making it softer and healthier so you can shed that snake skin. So give us a call at 865-986-4234 or sign up at our website, aquaclearws.com. That's aquaclearws.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose a pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Join the Sports Animal with Josh and Swain this Wednesday as they broadcast live from the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame from noon to 3. Brought to you by Axiom Wealth, world-class solutions with tangible results, offering a tailored approach to financial security for every season of life.
Be the Younger You. You know, we talked about resolutions, and with the Be the Younger You, the way you'll stay motivated is you could lose like a pound a day. My cholesterol, but it's very, very low as to where it used to be, and that, for somebody who's had some, well, has heart disease in the family, it's good. You know, and you may have heart disease in your family or diabetes. Call them, 865-498-3000. This is not hard. 865-498-3000. Be the Younger You, Knox.com.
Results may vary.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Men's Pro Knoxville. We've totally rediscovered each other. Mark's swagger is back. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Men's Pro Knoxville brings you proven options for ED and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at menspronknoxville.com or dial 865-544-8220. That's menspronknoxville.com or dial 865-544-8220. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
Cumulus Digital.
.com.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Richard in the YouTube chat, 99.1 Sports Animal channel. Swain's too mellow today. You're going to have to start talking to Tennessee's receiver room again. Talking about Tennessee's receiver room today. We can do that.
No, we good. It's basketball time in Tennessee.
What's it called when a cow spies on you? I don't know why I emphasized it that way. What's it called when a cow spies on you?
Stalking.
A stakeout.
See, that ain't right.
You're not.
You know that people from PETA do not find that funny. It's insensitive, Josh. I'm disappointed that you would read that on here. Do you have any care about PETA?
Why are you smiling so big?
Because it's funny. That's why. That's why. I'm sorry. I get a kick out of it when PETA gets all upset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
That's from Richard, by the way, so I thought it was pretty good. We appreciate our listeners and our texters and chatters. We have this in the text box. This is from Riley. Now, Riley puts hot take, and I would put it in that category. Riley says, if Tennessee can get past Auburn in a few weeks, we won't lose another game until March, barring another stinker. I think that's a hot take because from January 25th when Tennessee plays at Auburn until March 1st, Tennessee will play LSU on the road, Ole Miss on the road, Oklahoma at home, Florida at home, at Vandy. I'm looking at the wrong schedule here. I'm sorry. I'll redo this. Come on, Josh. Be better than that. Be better than that. I already know. I know what the schedule is. I don't know why I'm reading it wrong. Kentucky at home on January 28th, Florida at home, Missouri at home, at Oklahoma, at Kentucky, Vanderbilt at home, at Texas A&M, at LSU.
There's a reason why you're emphasizing at, because it's harder to play on the road. Like, go look at Tennessee in the last couple of games on the road versus at home. Like, we've looked different.
Yeah.
Like, we've looked different. Not once at home against a really good opponent that I feel like our offense was hard to watch. It was hard to watch at times on the road, definitely at Florida, but at times at Texas too. Like, it looks different. We look like a different team. It's hard to win on the road in the SEC consistently. So, no, I mean, I think Tennessee will lose some more in conference.
To Riley's credit, he began it with hot take.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so, Riley, if on March 1st you're proven correct, call or text back in and say, I told you so. Do it in all caps. Now, this is still up for debate, I suppose, but Swain can tell you, I told you so. You brought up, you once said, hey, Tony Vitello is the best recruiter. The date of it is, to me, the bigger deal. This is before Tennessee's big run in 2022, which I know ended in disappointing fashion, but they were a great team. 23, really good. And then this year winning the national title. April 4th, 2022.
April 4th.
That was actually our first show together. April 4th, 2022.
Okay.
Jason Swain said this about Tony Vitello.
I called Tony Vitello the best recruiter in athletics today. And I'm not exaggerating. Better than Nick Saban, better than Dabo Swinney a couple years ago, better than Kirby Smart, better than, Coach K at Duke, better than Coach Cowell at Kentucky. Like, I really feel like Tony Vitello is the best recruiter because you look at the facilities, you look at the history, and there's not a ton of baseball history in terms of winning championships. You look at the facilities, and I mean,
there's work to be done.
It's work to be done.
We're going to talk about that when Danny White stops by.
It's work to be done. And the league, it's the most competitive league in the country of any sport. SEC baseball is the toughest. So you look at what Tony has done in a short amount of time, in 5 years, in this league, the attraction to Tennessee, he is, in my opinion, the best recruiter in college athletics.
It's pretty good. That was almost 3 years ago, Jason Swain, what he said about Tony Vitello. Since then, Tony Vitello has produced a national championship winning team, multiple teams that ranked number one for extended periods of time, and a team that it will be top 5, number 4 in the D1 baseball ranking heading into this upcoming season.
Tony Vitello, you heard that? That means I need to get a closer sneak peek to those new uniforms I'm seeing on the internet.
Is that something?
I saw them. Yeah. I need to hit up my favorite Tennessee gear shop and pick up that orange Vol scripted jersey with the white trim. That thing is sweet.
Swain's interest is piqued. We'll come back. 1 hour to go. So let the Flaming Takes account know. Swain called it. Another hour to go. What do you say right here on Josh and Swain?
Hey, it's Rich Eisen here. Join me and my compadre, Chris Brockman, every Monday on the Overreaction Monday podcast as we dive into the latest headlines across the NFL playoffs.
Well, Rich, okay, you were late to this party.
Obviously, it would be surprising, but not shocking. And that's the thing I loved about watching a lot of these games, man. Come react or overreact with us leading up to the big game.
Overreaction Monday. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
It's game over, man.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Join today. Don't miss this exclusive offer now through January 16th.
See Home Club for details.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out. Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
Hey fellas, Jason Swain here. It's time to keep that promise that you made to yourself about getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be the answer, and nobody matches the experts at Low T Center. But we all have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan, like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 referral credit when you refer a new patient. So go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hey ladies, do you know the secret to becoming even more beautiful? The secret to great recipe are the ingredients. If your body is primarily water, the most significant ingredient is better water. Hi, I'm David Brewster from Aqua Clear Water Systems. An overlooked beauty secret is the water quality you're drinking and bathing in. If you want to have beautiful skin and hair, it begins with better water. I've been married for 31 years, and my wife is even more beautiful now than when we got married. I believe the #1 reason for her beauty is for years she's been drinking and bathing in healthier and safer water that's free from harsh microtoxins and hardness impurities that damage and dull skin and hair. So this month, get better water by having an Aqua Clear water system installed and receive $400 off. Beauty begins with better water. Aqua Clear water.
At Progressive, we're making things even easier. We'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you could save on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website 991thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute. The best matchup of the playoffs may not be the Super Bowl this year,
The Ravens-Bills showdown next Sunday night is as good as it gets. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen both look like the MVPs in the first round. They both desperately want to get over the hump to reach the Super Bowl. Almost a shame that one of them will have to go home after what should be a classic battle. I'm Andrew Perloff.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance, 687-8200.
Hour number 3 of Josh and Swain is here. Thanks for being with us. Quite a Monday. Dallas Cowboys are looking for a new head coach. Mike McCarthy out. Contract expiring. They did not come to an agreement. Reports in the first hour of today's show from the NFL Network and ESPN that the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy will be moving in a different direction. We talked to Grant Ramey in the first hour about Tennessee basketball. The Vols winning an important game at Texas. I still think Texas is a good team, NCAA tournament level team. We'll see how things play out. They're 0-3 in conference play, but they played a tough schedule to start out, really tough schedule. So I think they'll be okay. But it was about coming back in the second half, players stepping up, Darlin Stone-Dubar hitting some shots, big dunk. It's 2 points, but it means more because of the way that play happened. Zakai Ziegler, he just comes through for Tennessee basketball. So the Vols getting a win on the road at Texas. They needed it. There's the flip side. What if you don't win that game? You're 1-2 to start out, which is not great. You have this negativity that just kind of continues or builds from where things were in the middle of the week, so you avoid that. Instead, you have positive momentum coming back home for Georgia on Wednesday and then a road trip to Vanderbilt on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee was able to withstand one of Texas' best shooting performances. I mean, they don't necessarily do the best job of sharing the basketball. You look at Texas assist rankings in the conference. It's not necessarily the highest, but they had 2 guards that was on a heater, and Tennessee was still able to come out with the win and match their level of shot making when it mattered, most late in the game. You have Zakai Ziegler and Gainey, and then you throw in D-Stone as well, Darlin Stone-Dubar being able to make shots when it mattered most. So taking Texas' best shot and still being able to come out with the win was very impressive. And you're going to find different ways to win all season long. There's a different lesson, different story with each win and loss. But for Tennessee's win versus Texas, I mean, the story will be, hey, you found a way when your best scorer, your leading scorer in the conference, didn't shoot the ball like we are used to seeing him shoot it. It was D-Stone, it was Zakai Ziegler, others that came to the rescue and stepped up.
Yeah, Felix Okpara made some plays for Tennessee.
Oh, he did.
And he's going to have to. They don't have a ton of size in front court depth, and they have Cade Phillips who's playing it not 100%. His effort is there. His energy is there when he comes off the bench, but he's not 100%.
Well, remember the play where he had a wide-open dunk, and he tried to go up with 2 hands, and it was like he just couldn't extend the arm and really fully extend and dunk. But when he saw the ball, he had a putback dunk too, where he wasn't thinking anything about that shoulder. And so a couple putback dunks by us, it was kind of like in football where you have like a big hit or a quarterback runs and delivers a blow, picking up a first down. Certain plays, man, really energize your team and energize your bench. Josh, you were talking earlier about Tennessee's chances to make it to the NCAA tournament, Arkansas's chances to make it to the NCAA tournament, Auburn's chances to make it to the NCAA tournament. You still have those numbers available?
Yeah, I'll see if I can pull those up. So it comes courtesy of Bracket Matrix, which puts together all those bracketology projections.
What you got?
Well, teams like Tennessee and Auburn still, we'll see with Broom's injury because that's a big deal. It really can't be overstated how good of a player he is and how big of a loss that could be from just a one-player standpoint.
Great player.
But those teams are, essentially locks to be in. Even Texas, 0-3. This is part of the reason I say I think they're still an NCAA tournament team. They're at a 75% chance to be in the NCAA tournament. So
good.
3 out of 4 shot. That's pretty good when you're winless in conference a week and a half in. Arkansas is at 10%, Swain. A 10% chance to make the NCAA tournament. Arkansas lost again this past weekend. So the Razorbacks are now 0-3. They had a lead in the midweek game last week against Ole Miss. That would have been a quality win, but they gave it up, played terribly, I thought, in the second half, and lost the game. So John Calipari, with the talent he brought from Kentucky, the talent he brought in through the transfer portal, right now with a 1-10 shot to make the NCAA tournament. Ken Palm projects Arkansas's SEC record at 7-11.
Dude, Calipari is the most interesting man right now in college basketball because Arkansas brings him in, and you think about the intro press conference. There's a lot of calling of the hogs. There's a lot of excitement. All that money in Arkansas, and they were able to pull a coach from Kentucky to Arkansas. Like, think about all the players that left the state of Arkansas to go to Kentucky, the Malik Monks of the world. Arkansas was able to pull a Kentucky coach to coach their team. And I understand it gets stale after a while, and Calipari needed a change of scenery. And you would think with the change of scenery that Calipari would have renewed energy, a renewed sense of urgency. Calipari is talking like he's still at Kentucky. Are we even playing the right people? Is a quote from him. John, you the coach, bro. He thinks it's funny that they didn't have maybe we should have did a warm-up. Maybe we should have did a shoot-around, excuse me. Maybe we should have shot the ball around a little bit before their game against Tennessee. Like, if you are an Arkansas basketball fan, you're seeing the same Calipari who was at Kentucky that lacked sense of urgency. The fans are trying to win, John, in case you didn't realize that. I know you've been coaching ball a long time. It may be old to you. It's about getting players in the NBA. But, like, the fans like winning more than they care about the players that go to the NBA. And I think he is an entertainment machine right now.
I'm entertained by him. I told you I walked away from his press conference in Knoxville entertained. I felt like I was watching theater when he was pounding the table about not doing the shoot-around as if that was going to have any impact on the outcome. Just got beaten up on the glass a week ago Saturday. But the money that was spent, the commitment that was made to bring John Calipari to Arkansas, to bring that talent to Arkansas, and they're winless in conference play, and right now looking like a big long shot to make the NCAA tournament. Maybe they turn things around. That could happen because they have talent in place, but they're going to have to play different. These aren't games where it's like, well, man, they just came up short. No, they went out and they just got beaten by 3 quality teams, but the league's full of quality teams. I would not be happy if I'm an Arkansas fan. Meanwhile, Kentucky fans have to be thrilled.
Oh, man.
They have to be thrilled. Not just that they're better off, Yes, they are fun to watch.
They are fun to watch, man. Who they play this past weekend? I was watching the game. It was
Mississippi State, that's a big win.
Yeah,
they
man.
went to Mississippi State and won. That's a big win for Kentucky.
That was a fun game to watch, man.
Yeah.
Arkansas basketball, man. Kentucky basketball. They get out, they shoot a ton of threes. It's open. I mean, that's going to be a tough game for Tennessee, but they are fun to watch. If I'm a Kentucky basketball fan, I'm like, finally, a sport that's fun to watch that can win. So, can we finally beat Tennessee in something?
David Cobb of CBS, he's going to come on the show on Wednesday. He actually asked, is there a unit of KenPom measurement, he's speaking my language here, that can calculate how much Kentucky is winning John Calipari breakup? And he noted that Kentucky's eighth man hit as many three-pointers during a 2-minute stretch of the second half as the entire Arkansas roster did in a 40-minute home game, which was a loss on Saturday. Kentucky basketball has completely transformed its identity. Yeah. We'll see what it does over the course of the season in competing in the SEC, but Kentucky's going to compete more than Arkansas. I would bet on that pretty strongly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. But, man, this has been fun so far in the SEC. It's only going to get better. We are just in the first week or the second week of conference play. We just completed the first week. So this is going to get better, man. I think when you look at Auburn and Broom's injury, you certainly hate that he is out, and that was a nasty injury. I mean, the way his ankle turned and they didn't touch the floor, they said he's out indefinitely. That's a really, really bad ankle sprain, avoided surgery, but he's going to be out a long time. But if you are looking at that, you are Florida, you Alabama, Tennessee, you have an opportunity to make a run and go win the SEC regular season. Because Auburn was going to be favored with Broom in the lineup.
Saturday, February 1st, that's a big day in Knoxville. Tennessee will host Florida. That'll be a big day in Lexington. That's when Arkansas will play at Rupp Arena.
Tennessee has that game circled. The last time Tennessee was beat up on the road and then hosted that same team, they handled business. That was last year versus Texas A&M, where Texas A&M just beat us on the glass. They out-effort us. They just outclassed us. They beat us down, and we were paid the favor at home. Can Tennessee do the same thing this year against Florida?
Let's see, the home schedule. Could that be Saturday, March 1st against Alabama as a candidate as well? Tennessee, Florida is a noon tip-off Saturday, February 1st. I wonder if that's a college game day spot.
It should be. That'd be a top 10 opponent or top 10 matchup potentially.
Yeah, let's see. Tennessee plays at Auburn the previous Saturday, and we'll have a home game against Kentucky. So let's see some results there. But I think that's a candidate for sure.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, Josh Ward. Yeah, the players have that game circled for sure. I know I would. I know they do.
They should. That's also going to tell us something.
Heck yeah.
How Tennessee responds in that game.
Yeah. I just want Travis Neer to hit more than 6 threes versus Georgia.
More than 6?
Yeah, I want him to.
Okay.
Yeah, I want him to. Is that too much to ask? It's not like he hasn't done it before.
He did hit 7 in the first half against Baylor.
See?
That's 20 minutes.
I'm not asking.
You're giving him 40.
I'm not asking for 14. I mean, he was on pace for making 14 threes early in the season.
Right.
So, I mean, I think I have a reasonable request.
In fact, you're not setting expectations high enough for Chaz Lanier. Asking for 7+ threes.
I mean, we are paying him, right?
That's what they're paying him to do.
We're paying him to make threes.
Got a lot of national attention, that quote from Rick Barnes.
I'm glad Rick said it. Everybody be tippy-toeing. Just say it. That's what's going on.
Rick chuckled, by the way. He chuckled when he said it.
I mean, but that's what's going on, though.
Right.
And I don't think Rick Barnes was, like, the most open to NIL at the beginning, like most coaches that have been coaching as long as Rick.
He's adapted very well.
Yeah, very well.
Very well. As well as anybody.
Yeah, very well. So, yeah, like everybody's getting paid. You are paid to do a job. So go out there and do it.
We'll come back 865-656-9900 to join the show. Tennessee coming off the win against Texas, getting ready for Georgia at home on Wednesday, Vanderbilt on the road on Saturday. We'll continue the show with more talk of Tennessee, the football weekend that was, both the college football and NFL playoff games that took place. We have a national championship game that is 7 days away. We have an Attaboy to hand out this hour. A lot to cover. We'll continue on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animal's biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of Sports Animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly Sports Animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for the Jungle Email Club.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford, which has great offers for you right now with the New Year's Bash to help you save some cash to begin 2025. They have new 2025 vehicles that you can check out. They have the new 2025 Ford Explorer. You can finance for 5.9% APR for 60 months right now. You can take advantage of savings and remaining 2024 vehicles that they have. 2024 Ford F-150 trucks, 24 Ford Super Duty vehicles with low interest rates that are available. You can get rates as low as 0% APR for 72 months on the 2024 Ford F-150 Lightning. That's going to include a complimentary charger and installation. Brand new vehicles, their pre-owned selection at both the Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike location will allow you many different options when you shop at Ted Russell Ford. It's where my family has shopped several times. You can shop where we have, on Parkside Drive, on Kingston Pike, or start on the website at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement. I'm starting 2025 with insanely clean carpets from Zero Res. Call to get your 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109. When you mention me, Tyler Ivanson, the sports animal, you're going to get a hallway clean for free. Schedule online now at ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com. Get a jump start on your next vacation to Ober Mountain in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Grab a sweet deal on Ober's Attractions wristbands and start planning now. The family-friendly adventure park and ski area offers seasonal fun all year long. In wintertime, Ober transforms into a winter playground. Enjoy unlimited rides on the aerial tram, mountain coaster, alpine slide, ice skating, ice bumper cars, wildlife encounter, the family snow zone, and scenic chairlift rides to the new observation deck. In warmer months, kids of all ages will enjoy access to outdoor activities like the climbing wall, jumpy pillows, swings and spider jump. Snow sports, snow tubing, mountain biking, and zip lining are available for additional tickets in season. Blackout dates do apply. Check out Obermountain.com or call 800-MUCH-FUN. Friday morning at 9, visit 991thesportsanimal.com for this week's sweet deal. Get 2 adult wristbands for the price of 1 to Ober Mountain. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices. Don't miss this one to Ober Mountain.
Temperatures are dropping, and if you're starting a DIY project this winter, you need cold weather building materials. A.G. Hines Company in downtown Knoxville has everything you need, materials, tools, and more than 100 years experience to answer your questions and help you get the job done right. Make them the best first stop you can make when it comes to your winter construction and do-it-yourself projects. Visit them in-store or online at aghines.com. A.G. Hines Company. That's AGHEINS.com.
When does a party turn into a fiesta? When Salsarita's Fresh Mexican Grill is catered. It's a Mexican feast, delivered, set up, delicious. Salsarita's is a must for your next business meeting or personal gathering. Slowly marinated meats, fresh veggies, and their wildly addictive chips, fresh-made salsas, and no one says no to queso. Forget the boring cold sandwich boxes and spice up your next gathering with a catered taco, fajita, or nacho bar from Salsaritas. Call 865-505-TACO or order on the Salsaritas app. Salsaritas, it's better here.
Break out of those winter blues and head to your local Salsaritas Fresh Mexican Grill for lunch or dinner with friends, family, and coworkers. At Salsaritas, your meal is prepped right before your eyes. Planning a small gathering at home or just need a quick dinner idea? Pick pick up a Salsaritas Fiesta Pack. It's a taco dinner pack that everyone will love, including perfectly seasoned meats, toppings, wildly addictive chips, and fresh-made salsas. Order on the app and pick up on the way home. Salsaritas makes it easy to enjoy your fresh Mexican favorites. Salsaritas, it's better here.
Always on, always free. Stream us free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Swain, David suggested in the YouTube chat that before he leaves Tennessee, he'll see it renamed Vitello Field. I guess there at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Vitello Field. He'll probably leave with his name on something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool if you're able to win so much that they rename the playing surface while you're still the coach. Like that's how you get your flowers. They keep winning.
You'd rather have Vitello Field than a Vitello Street, right? I guess you can get both, but
are there any more streets?
I don't know. We've done that. I think there's some. I don't think they're that attractive. A lot of the main streets are probably going to be tough to rename. So you got some in betweens. You could build a road, I guess, through.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's a lot of opportunities over there, unless you build a road. But no, man, let's just name the field.
Yeah, that could end up working. Yeah, something like that. Now,
or when you decide to get a pet, you can name the pet Vitello.
Chris Button's dog is named after Tony Vitello, right? Didn't she tell us that?
Yeah. Is it Tony? Was it Vi?
Vito? Does that sound right?
Sure.
I think it's something like that.
Something
She's
like that.
She's told us a couple times.
Yes, something like that. Somewhere around there.
Chris's husband was an All-American tennis player.
Yeah.
Mario. So, yeah.
Baseball season, man.
Tennessee number 4 in the country in the D1 baseball ranking that came out today. So the basketball team ranked number 6 in the updated Associated Press poll, and baseball number 4 according to D1 baseball.
Yeah, bring it on, man. This snow and cold weather, bring on baseball, outdoors, sun shining, hot dogs, cold brews, yelling at the umps. Bring it on, man. Games are not too long, not too short, just perfect amount.
Yeah, you have Melrose, you have Lake. I don't know exactly what the names are tied to, so I don't want to take away names that could be too strongly connected. But those would be a couple of candidates.
Yeah, you better watch out, Josh. Get some phone calls up here.
I mean, you could section off Cumberland and get some support there, right?
You might as well. It ain't the Strip anymore, so might as well change the name of the Strip. Call it something different because it ain't what it used to be. But there's ways to give Tony his flowers at the same time. I mean, listen, Coach Former got a street named after him, and he only won one championship.
Adam says name the upcoming pedestrian bridge after Vitello. How about that? Give him a whole bridge.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. You think he's going to win another championship in the next 5 years?
He'll play for another one.
Okay. So if he wins a championship in the next 5 years, then, hey, you got to name the bridge. You got to name something after him.
What if basketball wins the title?
Well,
because at that point, Rick's got to get something. I think Zakai might need something.
Well, Rick will get something. He's going to get his face tattooed on Luke Jackson's leg.
Yeah. Mount Legmore.
Yeah. He'll be on Mount Legmore.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good point.
No, but we'll have to do something for Rick Barnes too. But Rick got to get it done, man. He's running out of time. But if Tony gets 2 before Rick gets 1, sorry, Rick.
What do they say? First world problems. These are championship problems.
Championship.
What do you do with your champions?
Yep.
Of course, a fair amount right now, listening, watching, are saying, "Hey, how about we tone down the jinxing?"
Oh gosh. Why? Oh, you mean like the number 1 seed not winning the World Series in 30 years or something like that? 25 years? 99?
Yeah, it had been since 99 when Miami did it, before Tennessee is the number 1 overall.
25 years?
Yep.
That was a jinx, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how about we just go win another championship, put Tony Vitello's name on something besides the Rock, because you can just spray paint over that and clear that off. But something that is concrete, that sticks, that stays. That new bridge, man, that's going to be a game changer.
I'm excited about it. Knoxville keeps building. And they keep going for a lot of wins. So Tennessee beating Texas. To catch up on a few items as well, we're going to hand out an Attaboy. I think a neat story based on what you see on social media and then what you find out being the real story. That's in our next segment. We found out not long before today's show that it looks like Penn State's defensive coordinator Tom Allen is headed to Clemson. It's a big get, I think, for Dabo.
Huge get. I mean, former head coach, a defense coordinator that just made a college football run. We've spoke about the quality of life for an assistant coach at Clemson. It's a lot easier than it is at other places. So there's a lot of stability there at Clemson, a lot of stability there at Penn State as well, too. James Franklin doesn't look like he's going anywhere. So I think probably the extra bump in pay and maybe quality of life, maybe better step up for Tom Allen there at Clemson.
Yep.
But that leaves a vacancy for Penn State to fill a defense coordinator, and it's hard not to look at Tim Banks, Tennessee's defense coordinator, that came from Penn State to come to Tennessee when he was working as secondary coach.
Banks' name has been connected with other DC openings, was connected with the Miami job, was mentioned with the Clemson opening, and I would think that Banks' name will at least be brought up with the Penn State opening.
Well, it should be. I mean, it only makes sense. There's ties there. The only thing that we need to find out and know is what is the relationship. Like we saw, a couple years ago when Pruitt took over as head coach, he took David Johnson from Memphis, and Mike Norvell was at Memphis. Well, Mike Norvell was able to take David Johnson again from Tennessee. The reason why is because Mike Norvell and David Johnson clearly had a good relationship when he left the first time. Does James Franklin and Tim Banks have a good relationship since he left Penn State to come here? If the answer is yes, then I think you look at that opportunity for Tim Banks at Penn State, you take it more serious.
Something to at least monitor with the news today. Penn State losing its defense coordinator. It looks like to Clemson. Penn State did receive good news this afternoon. Nick Singleton announcing he's coming back for his senior season. Rushed for more than 1,000 yards at Penn State.
That's surprising.
I'm surprised there, too, especially at his position, but he's returning for his senior seasons. He announced that a little bit ago on Twitter.
Was the reason why that he wants to make another run and try to win a championship?
Yes, said we still have goals we want to reach as a team. I want to be alongside my teammates as we reach those goals.
They're not going to win a championship. James Franklin's the coach. He not winning a championship.
Well, you can't win a championship until you do.
Well,
they have their quarterback returning as well, it looks like.
It ain't happening, Josh. And I know it sounds good. Like you get close and you want to run it back to do it again. You ain't going to do it again. Nah.
Michigan in 23. There's a good chance it's Ohio State in 24.
Nah.
Could it be Penn State in 25?
No, there's going to be some teams that will be better than they were this past season. I don't think Penn State will be as good as they were this past season. So, nah, I don't think so. But I do appreciate
It's good for college football that Nick Singleton's back. He's a good player.
I
It's
do
fun to watch.
appreciate that.
We will come back. We will hand out today's Attaboy in the next segment. We also, in the next 30 minutes, we got to figure out what's going on with wide receivers. What's going on with your position here?
What you mean?
We have 30 minutes to
general?
go. Stay with us right here on Josh and Swain.
I want to talk about
The
receivers.
standard at Tennessee is to be elite on defense. This is the home of Reggie White, Al Wilson, Eric Berry.
Yeah, accepted at the 15-yard line.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL's wild card round yesterday, the Bills defeated the Broncos 31-7 in the final AFC game of the wild card playoffs, meaning the Bills will host the Ravens in next week's divisional round, while the Chiefs will host the Houston Texans. In the NFC, the Eagles defeated the Packers 22-10. The Commanders notched a game-winning field goal to beat the Bucs 23-20. The Commanders travel to Detroit on Saturday. The Eagles will host the winner of tonight's final wild card game between the Vikings and the Rams. Kickoff is set for 8 o'clock. The Patriots have hired former New England linebacker and former Titans head coach Mike Vrabel to replace Gerard Mayo as the 16th head coach in Patriots franchise history. Vrabel played linebacker for New England from 2001 to 2008 and won 3 Super Bowls with the team. He was the Titans head coach from 2018 to 2023, going 54-45 and appearing in the AFC Championship game in 2019. He was the AP Coach of the Year in 2021. I'm Joel Silverberg.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Fitness Together's team of certified trainers specializes in helping their clients create a habit of exercise and nutrition that they won't quit. My trainer, Austin, at the Bearden location, has certainly done that for me. I look forward to improving each and every session. Visit KnoxFT.com, schedule your free fit consultation today, and get 3 free training sessions when you mention the Sports Animal. That's KnoxFT.com.
Hey fellas, Jason Swain here. It's time to keep that promise that you made to yourself about getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be the answer, and nobody matches the experts at Low T Center. But we all have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 referral credit when you refer a new patient. So go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Join the Sports Animal with Josh and Swain this Wednesday as they broadcast live from the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame from noon to 3. Brought to you by Axiom Wealth, world-class solutions with tangible results, offering a tailored approach to financial security for every season of life.
This is Andy Lehman with Lehman Jewelers. At Lehman Jewelers, we consider it our honor to be invited into your special life moments. Since 1983, we've assisted couples with their engagements and anniversaries. We've helped you pick a great birthday gift, cheered you on with all your promotions and life celebrations. We even consider it our privilege to assist families with the handling of their loved one's estate. You've trusted us to provide the extra special care to make those moments amazing and seamless. Our expert jewelers, gemologists, and sales team provide a low-pressure, listening ear to give you the best customer service that we can. Your customer satisfaction is what we strive for every day because you matter to us. Thank you, East Tennessee, for choosing Lehman Jewelers for your fine jewelry milestones. Located in Turkey Creek and Maryville, Lehman Jewelers is your hometown jeweler of choice. Lehman Jewelers, earning your trust since 1983.
Lehman Jewelers, proud supporter of the Lady Vols.
Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy my tenant will pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that's in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying those houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast, call me, 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. Pro Source Home Buyers.
You are losing money if you do not add a deck before you sell your home. That's why you need to call James Anthony, 304-0955. You can also see what you can do online. That's at TennesseeHome.us. We're talking 20 years of experience and not just squares and rectangles. If you're looking for somebody who can bring customization to your home, call James Anthony at Tennessee Home, 304-0955, 304-0955, or TennesseeHome.us.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
This report is sponsored by Tennessee Oncology. Cutting-edge cancer care is coming to Morristown, Tennessee. Tennessee Oncology will open its new clinic location in Morristown in March 2025. For more information, call 888-317-3240. That's 888-317-3240.
Clouds will continue to stick around as we head throughout our Monday afternoon, allowing a few breaks with a little bit of sunshine from time to time. High temperatures a touch warmer at 40 degrees, so that'll continue to help melt the snow and ice. Winds will be light and variable out of the southwest around 5 to 10 before a frigid night settles in. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Katron Allen also announced he's coming back to Penn State, so they'll get their 1,000-yard rushers back in 2025.
What about the receivers? They going to get anything from the receivers?
Well, I think part of the pitch.
All right, never mind. I don't want to talk about the receivers.
Yeah, I think part of the pitch for those guys to come back was maybe some more running back screens called. Get them out in the flat and see what they can do in the open field after Penn State's receivers caught no passes in the semifinal loss to Notre Dame. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is supposed to be a positive, uplifting segment, so we're going to hand out the Attaboy in just a moment.
Thank you.
So we'll try to limit the snark at least for the next couple of minutes. 865-656-9900, time for your calls and texts before we're out here as well. I tell you what, let's go ahead and do it. Let's hand out today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. We hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialists. Swain, last night it was the most exciting game of the wild card weekend in the NFL. The Washington Commanders, how about their season? Getting a playoff win, such an exciting run and exciting fashion. They doinked their way into the divisional round. Zane Gonzalez with the kick for the Commanders, and you might have seen the clip on social media as he's going out there to attempt what would be the game-winning field goal. He's running his hands through his hair. He has a short haircut. And on social media, if you see on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, you'll see comments of, man, look how nervous this guy is. No wonder it doinked, because he was so nervous going in. And that's a natural thought when you see what he's doing. But if you then read into the story of Zane Gonzalez, I think it's incredible. One, that he's been so open about it since his freshman season at Arizona State, that he has obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD. And he talks about it. He's open about it, but not everybody's following that story. But he thinks that might have caused him to slide in the draft. He was drafted, but as a seventh rounder. But it's something that he works through as a kicker, which is so mental. And I think he deserves a ton of credit for how he's battled through that, how he's been open about it, and, of course, hitting that game-winning kick that was so huge for the Commanders.
Yeah, man, you look at even before his kick, man, he takes off his shoe, he's adjusting his sock. He did it like 3 or 4 times. And, I mean, we can understand how uncomfortable it can be sometimes when you don't put the sock on correctly, you have it turned a certain way. It can feel like, there's something in your shoe if you don't have your sock on right. So, when I first saw him, I was like, yo, he is really adjusting his shoe there. And then when he was adjusting his hair, I was like, yo, dude, your hair's not that long for you to do that. There's a lot of comments, a lot of accusations, a lot of jokes headed his direction, thinking about or accusing him of being nervous. Maybe he just wasn't nervous. Maybe that's just it was something different. And we learned that it was something different. And I think it's a really good lesson about not jumping to conclusions, not saying things until we know more facts and more details. Him being able to go out there in that moment, he wasn't with the team the whole entire time anyways. Man, he was signed later in the season. I think this was like his 5th week on the team. But him to be able to send his team to the next round and have a chance to knock off number 1 seed, I thought was a really cool story.
Yep. Years ago when he was opening up about this entering the league, he said it makes you a perfectionist and more detail-oriented, which can be good going through his routine. But off the field, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So he's done a great job of managing it. He's been in the league for close to a decade now, and with multiple teams, as you mentioned.
Pretty good.
And he had a game winner. That was huge.
Yep.
For that franchise to get that win. Yep.
Huge. It wasn't too long ago when they changed ownership groups. They didn't have a quarterback, and now look where they are right now, man. Just a change in 24 to 12, well, actually 12 months. And new quarterback, new ownership group, and boom, the narrative has changed there in Washington.
Attaboy, Zane Gonzalez, that was huge last night, and he's overcome a lot to be in that position to help the Commanders get that win. So we hand out our Attaboy today to Zane Gonzalez every day thanks to Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. You can call Native Design at 865-310-3256. Great local company. Check them out online, nativetn.com. Time for calls and texts, plus the power poll to wrap things up in our final segment coming up next on Josh and Swain.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the NFL Report. John Wilkerson and a rotating group of the Sports Animal staff discuss the games, players, trades, and injuries that make the NFL the most popular pro sport in the country. For over 20 years, the NFL Report is the place to start your pro football Sunday. This week, join the NFL Report live at Parkside Grill, 338 North Peters Road in Knoxville.
Fellas, you made a promise to yourself at the end of 2024. You said at New Year you were going to get your levels checked. Well, here we are, and Low T Center is the best place for you to do that. If you're feeling symptoms like feeling fatigue, you're feeling like you're lacking motivation and drive, weight gain, or you've noticed a loss of muscle mass, these are signs of low testosterone levels. Low T Center can help you get those levels checked with a simple test. Their on-site lab will help you get those results back right there in about 25-30 minutes. Low T Center have over a decade of experience helping patients, and super important, their personal treatment plans are optimized for each patient. These are not standard basic treatments. You can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. For current patients, Low T Center offers you a $150 referral credit for each patient that you refer. Get back to your best. Go to the website. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
Light up the room with a custom smile makeover from Southline Dental in Farragut. Dr. Drew Chabot has been creating beautiful smiles with handcrafted veneers for over 25 years, delivering high-quality dentistry you can trust. Call 865-671-1544.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Hey, Tennessee, what are you looking for in an automobile dealership? How about a no-pressure, friendly staff, a huge selection of pre-owned inventory, which incidentally is why it's been called the intersection of selection for over 20 years. How about one of the largest new car inventories in the entire area? And don't forget, they all come with Rusty Wallace Honda's exclusive 200,000-mile warranty. Or maybe it's service after the sale you want. If that's the case, then get to our award-winning service department. Whatever your reason, don't wait. Get to the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
Fort Sanders Health and Fitness is now Covenant Health Fitness Center. Same great service, new name, no long-term contracts. Visit us at Pellissippi Parkway and Kingston Pike for a free 3-day trial. Visit covenanthealth.com/fitness-center or call 531-5000.
Things that happen in life, and then, oh boy, you got to do this and you do that, and the next thing you know, you got all this credit card debt. Well, the phones are ringing at Fountain City Finance at 687-8200. As the interest rates drop, it is so easy with the equity in your home to refinance all your debt into one monthly payment. Call 687-8200. Tell them Phil told you to call. 687-8200 or FountainCityFinance.com.
Best rates, less wait, Fountain City Finance.
NMLS number 607-765 and 133-884.
Spring is here, and you're probably flipping through the television channels watching all the home improvement shows, right? Because you want to make your outdoor space look the absolute best. First phone call needs to be to Tennessee Home to my friend James Anthony. 304-0955. 20 years of experience, and how many fencing contractors in town can also turn around and build you the perfect deck for you to start making memories all throughout the spring and summer. James Anthony, the only phone call you need to make is to Tennessee Home, 304-0955 or TennesseeHome.us.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the final segment of Josh and Swain today. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you want to go back and listen, search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcast. You can subscribe on Apple, on Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, the WNML app. Appreciate everybody that has tuned in through YouTube today. Saw this in the YouTube chat. I see it pop up in social media frequently. The idea of Brew McCoy coming back. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing that would allow Brew to come back. He is preparing for the NFL draft, but I have seen that come up often over the last couple of weeks, but I'm not aware of anything that would allow Brew McCoy another season at Tennessee, and I have no reason to believe he's looking into that. I think he's preparing for the draft.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
I do think Tennessee's going to try to add another wide receiver. It just won't be anybody else returning. It will be through the transfer portal.
Sounds like a pretty good idea, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
You played wide receiver, right?
Nope.
At Tennessee, am I mistaken? Were you a top 25, number 21 in the country, according to ESPN in the 2003 class? A U.S. Army All-American? Top 10 on Tennessee's receptions list?
Why?
Well, I figured you would know what's going on with the position. A.J. Brown broke out a book there on the sideline, said he likes to read. It helps him kind of dial in. But there weren't a lot of balls going his way in the playoff game. They won, by the way, in convincing fashion against the Packers, but he pulled out the book there.
Yeah, not all receivers are the same. A.J. Brown's a different breed of receiver.
Yeah, I like A.J. Brown, by the way. He's very good. But he grabbed the book Inner Excellence, which I've seen has been skyrocketing up the Amazon charts today.
Hey.
Saw a Philadelphia newscast or their local show this morning on the Fox affiliate. They opened up with the two hosts reading a book, Inner Excellence.
Maybe we should get that book.
We should.
Maybe our show will be better.
It might improve.
Yep.
Because Philadelphia's on to the next round. I don't know what's going to happen, but I was entertained when I saw that clip.
Well, sports is about entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And they did a good job of entertaining us. So Maybe we need to get that book, man.
Grab the book.
The Josh and Swain Book Club for the month of January. Inner Excellence.
We could start that.
Yep.
I got some recommendations out there.
Yep. Okay. They got books on tape.
We could do that too.
When-
I recommend the Josh and Swain podcast feed first, or
Absolutely.
anything from the sports animal family.
I think that's a good idea.
Swain event. Subscribe.
I
All that.
think that's good. All right, good job, Josh. Appreciate that. Good idea. You're a man of good ideas.
The reviews are great. A.J. Brown recommended this book, so I'm looking forward to reading this. Fly, Eagles, Fly. That's the thing. That should be an NIL deal. Zakai doesn't get much time on the bench. When he goes to the bench, he should grab a book. If I'm a publisher,
he's not there long.
I know, but you get the national coverage. I would get a book deal with Zakai, and you'll be climbing up the charts.
Yeah. JP and Shelley got plenty of time.
When he does the W after games,
yep,
do the W and then slide a book.
That's right,
right up underneath. Okay,
that's right. I think that'd be good.
Always be improving. Always be improving. The wide receivers folks.
Chaz, I need 6 threes. 6 threes next game.
By the way, Wednesday, thanks to Axiom, that'll be the day of the Tennessee-Georgia game. We're going to be at the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame.
Oh, that'd be
for
fun.
the show. Maybe we can get some shots up.
They do have a couple goals in there. We'll do that.
Okay.
You gonna play some horse?
You got a mean horse game.
Well, that's not the point. The point is, do you want to play or not?
We'll start with pig. How about that?
All right, pig works.
All right, before we close out the show, every day we hit the power pole.
Captain, we're losing power in the warp engine.
Nuclear power pants.
What's up? I'm Kenny Powers.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have the power!
With great power comes great responsibility.
Full power, Mr. Scott.
All righty, Swain, we have the weekend behind us. A lot of things going on in the sports world. We have our top winners and losers from the weekend. Would you like to hit us with your list?
Yeah, I mean, Jerry Jones did not allow Mike McCarthy to talk to the Bears. And then they couldn't reach a deal, and he's out as a head coach. I think that looks really bad on Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. So I'll start there with the losers. Steelers losing, not necessarily that they lost, because Ravens, they're a better football team. It's the fact that offensively they still look the same as they've looked for years and years and years post Ben Roethlisberger.
Speaking of wide receivers, George Pickens.
I mean, he was telling the truth.
He was telling the truth.
He was telling the truth. So,
asking about offensive progression, he said, yeah, I saw it his first year. Does that give you confidence moving forward? Nah.
Tampa Bay Bucks, man, Baker Mayfield, I mean, they had the ball, a chance to go down and score, win the game, but he fumbled, a reverse to the receiver. Commanders recover, they go down, win the game. Buccaneers lose, so that's a tough way to lose there. Winners include Auburn basketball. They won last week, and they're able to advance to the number 1 spot. The Washington Commanders, they were a wreck a couple of months ago as an organization, in a great place now. A lot of smiles going around there for the Washington Commander football organization. And then Lady Vols, 30-point win on the road at Arkansas. We talked about the men's today, so obviously they won and they're winners on this list, but we want to show some love to the Lady Vols, bouncing back after 2 tough losses and playing better, even though Kim Caldwell is going to treat the 30-point win like a loss because there's a lot to correct.
Yeah, the Lady Vols didn't play one of the top teams in the SEC yesterday, but they also could have kind of been in a sleepwalk mode coming off back-to-back losses against really good teams. That was not the case. They went in motivated to play well, or at least win big, and they did that. I would say they probably played better than Kim Caldwell's going to give them credit, but that's her job, to not give them credit in that spot. I have Auburn in the honorable mention winners and losers list. They get the number 1 spot, but they lose Broom, and that is costly.
Yep.
Number 5 winner, LiAngelo Ball.
Big-time winner.
Not for sports reasons. He is a sports figure. His brothers are in the NBA, and LiAngelo Ball is reportedly getting a big payday, according to Shams Charania. He has signed a deal with Def Jam and Universal Music Group Sources say the deal is worth as much as $13 million with $8 million guaranteed, and gives Ball full ownership of music and his own record label.
That's pretty big.
My goodness.
The full ownership is the biggest part of that deal.
Yeah. I hate to see the way that it played out, but I do think the Patriots were winners yesterday getting Mike Vrabel, because I think he was the top head coaching candidate out there. Number 3, Cooper Flagg, 42 points, ACC freshman record. Again, I hate the reason for it, but now he's the favorite to be the National Player of the Year. I have Ohio State number 2. Job's not finished, but that was another statement the way they played on Friday night. I put the Commanders number 1. I think it means that much for the franchise as they're continuing to build for the ultimate goal. Losers from the weekend, Arkansas. They're 0-3, and they've got a lot of problems to figure out. The Chargers, they weren't going to win the Super Bowl, but that's ugly the way they played on Saturday. Number 1, Texas. You're at least 3 feet away from tying the game against Ohio State. Instead, it literally goes the other way.
Yeah,
and then you see your old coach come in and beat you in basketball the next day. That's not a great Friday, Saturday.
That's right. And the women's team get blown out by, South Carolina. I mean, you're a top 5 team too.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we need to talk about basketball teams getting blown out.
That is the Power Poll on a Monday. Looking back at the weekend, we will look forward. We'll see you tomorrow in about 21 hours. We'll be back at 12 o'clock. Joel Silverberg producing. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 12 o'clock on both 99.1